Hey everybody, it's Drew at Large Badger Media. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. We got a little bit of Wild Veldrain today, set booster. Been kind of wanting to open another one of these for a while, just haven't got there. Been doing some other things, some other stuff. You can check it out on the channel. But I do like these. I think this is one of, in my opinion, as far as like value of good playable cards, it's probably one of the best sets to come out. That's like in a reasonable price range. I mean, I would argue Commander Masters is probably the best, but it's not really a reasonable price range. I think for most players, I think $300-400 is kind of a bit pricey for most players, including myself. I don't want to spend that kind of money on that. I would rather get other things and do other stuff with my money. So that being said, with the Fairy Magic slot and just a lot of the playable cards that are in this set, I think this is, for like I said, for the value, for the money, this is probably one of the best sets that are out right now in Modern Legal, if you will. So without further ado, we'll get cracking here in a minute. Feel free to leave me a little comment about, what you think is the best set. What do you think is the best modern set to be out right now? So these are Japanese. So we'll open the first one here and see if the action's right up front or if we're going to get it in the backside. So here's our art card. I've got a feeling it's going to be right up front here. So there's our foil. There's me banging the camera. So there's our foil. And there we go. It's a Fraying Sanity for our first rare. And then Grasp of Fate for another Fairy Magic slot. Then we're going to have the Twining Twins, and that looks like that's out of that one. Not going to spend much time at all on all the commons and uncommons. We'll just slide through them fairly quickly there. So yeah, what is your favorite set that's come out recently? What do you think is the best value for the money? Like I said, and let me know if you think. And so these are there's a list card in these. I'm going to have to start opening these from the other side. So here's the list card. The first one we have is a Brain Weevil. I don't even know what set that is. It may be one of those versus sets. I'm not sure. So I am going to do a little trick here with the cards. That's probably good enough. And then we'll slide through these quickly. There's Up in the Beanstalk. I don't know if that's still holding value. It was a few bucks there for a while. I don't know if it's still holding any value or not. I'm not even sure if it got banned. I remember something about it getting banned at some point. Maybe I'm just making shit up. Who knows? So there we go. The old Brain Weevil, the Gingerbread Hunter in the foil there. And then we have Forced Fruition. Not sure if I have that one or not out of the Fairy Magic slot. And there we go with a Fawn's Bane Troll for a one regular. Oh, that's a cool little art card. I like that. Pretty spiffy. Alright, so we're going to do our little mini. We'll just go there. And let's see what we get. Yeah, man, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. It's Up in the Beanstalk still a card that's worth a few bucks? Maybe not. I don't know. This is a cool art card, though. I really like it. What is this? This is Edgewall Inn. Huh. Interesting. So there we go. There's the old Mana Flare. That's an old school card there in our Fairy Magic slot, which is a reprint slot. And then we have the Tangled Colony for our rat and a Troyan Gutsy Explorer. It's nothing too crazy. It's just some decent stuff. I've actually done pretty well in the Fairy Magic slot. I've gotten several rares out of it. So that's interesting, of course. And there we go. We got the Witch's Vanity. And since these are set boosters, old school set boosters, you get it almost seems like a random number of commons and uncommons in that in there. We have the Callous Silksword, Hatchling Plans. In our first mythic, we got a Virtue of Strength. So decent mythic. I'll take that. See what else we get here. There are some really good cards. I still haven't pulled a Doubling Season or Parallel Lives out of this, but I would, gladly take one today. and whatever other list pulls may be here. And so I don't remember what the other thing I was going to say about these are, these old school set boxes is they still have the 1 in 4 for your list pull, as opposed to the play boxes of Karlov, which was down to 1 in 8. Although the new play boxes, from what I understand, wow, there's Throne of Eldraine. That's a really good pull right there. Throne of Eldraine's a really good pull. From what I understand about the new play boxes with the Outlaws of Thunder Junction is that there are no lists. There's no list in it. So I think that's really interesting. Although from the boxes I've seen pulled, you get a bajillion mythics. And there's the wanted slots and the wanted posters or whatever, and this, that, and the other. So they've done away with the list slot, and they've added other reprints, I guess, that are much more interesting, in my personal opinion. So there we go. We got this, and we got another list pull. This time going back to Amonkhet with the Grim Strider. So interesting card there. And then back for seconds. And then we have the Griffin Eyrie for Fairy Magic, Restless Spire for one of the first lands there. I don't remember this land set being all that crazy. So, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember, to be honest. And here we go. We got Feed the Cauldron is a common. And then we have Garruk's Uprising, which went from a D's card down to bulk status. But there's Expel the Interlopers and Tough Cookie. So speaking of, I'm down to the last just 3 packs in this first row here, and I haven't had anything too crazy yet. Nothing too crazy here. I'm hoping to get a little beef going here in just a moment. There's our first gold stamped art card for all that that's worth. Alright, here we go. We got Rest in Peace, Stab Wounds. We got the Iron Crag, which is, I swear I pull into these. Every time I open a box of these, I pull an Iron Crag. It's got to be the most common rare out of that set. The other thing I was going to say is I haven't pulled a lot of multi-rare packs yet, other than the Fairy Magic slot, so I think that's kind of interesting. Down to, like I say, there's the Edgewall Inn. Down to just the last couple packs here. Let's really hoping that it kind of beefs up a little bit. Oh, there we go. There's our first list mythic with Hanks the Slayer Zealot. So this is going to be a reprint from one of the secret layers. Good chance it's one of the secret layers from the Walking Dead, but I could be wrong. There's a ground seal. We have the Lich's Knight's Conquest, and then Pest of Honor. So again, that was, had a mythic and two rares, but just one regular rare in there. And maybe I'm misremembering this set. Maybe you just get different rares, or you get different rares and mythics from all over the place, not necessarily from the set itself. So not many uncommons that time. A lot of commons, which happens. There's that. There's that. I like that card. And I really like the art in this set. I didn't really talk about that much. I know I've talked about it in the past, but the art in this set is really, really good. I really do enjoy the art in this set. I like the whimsical fairy nature of it quite a bit. So I'm going to shift stuff around. Didn't know I couldn't see what was going on. Interesting. Alright. Don't normally fuss too much over it, but everything is just off here. Right, shift stuff over there. There we go. Make a little room. That way we can get this going. So 9 minutes for the first one. So this rate, there we go. Next gold stamp there. Looking at a 27-minute video, so we're going to have to see if we can pick up the pace here on this. Does anybody still play with this quite a bit? And what they're doing now, you use a lot of these cards and what you do. So just the base set. I know like food token decks were a big thing, especially on hardened scales, which is old school good card there. There's Restless Force for my second one of these. And then Alila, the Cunning Conqueror. This is from the Commander deck. That's a good card. Does anybody play with a lot of these cards? Just the base set in the decks they play now, in Commander or in Standard? Just curious. Leave me a comment. You know, let me know what you're doing with those. There's the Booster Blitz there, and then we have the Knightly Valor and the Goose Mother. And again, I'm just not getting lots of multis. I feel like I've opened other boxes of these and pulled a lot more rares and mythics, but again, maybe I'm just misremembering a little bit. Oh, there's the Questing Druid in the showcase. That's really nice. Didn't quite pull down far enough, but that's alright. That's a good pull right there. And that Cheeky Mouse being cheeky. And then what about these lands? Do y'all like these full art lands? I think they're pretty cool. I like the art cards in this set. I like a lot of stuff. And then the Elven Archivist. So I think I'll be alright here as far as rares and mythics, but what do y'all think? Think I'm going to Pound Town here? Are we getting any kind of value for our money? Leave me a note. Let me know what you think. Here's our first full art foil that I can think of. Oh, and we have a list card, No Rest for the Wicked. This is from 10. It's not from Core 10, but from 10. Ego Drain and As Foretold in the anime art. So what y'all think of these anime cards? And I've noted, and I know that they've done this again several times. And the anime cards are pretty cool. No doubt about it. I'll slide you over there. There we go. A little room there. I mean, how could you not like that art? Art is so cool. And I wonder how this set is going to do, you know, on down the line. I'm always interested in such things, like is it going to hold value, or are these cards going to hold value? Song of Totem-Tans and Fairy Fencing. So again, I feel like I'm getting a lot of single packs, but I think that's probably okay. I think that this set will hold some pretty good value down the line. I don't know that it was super overprinted. I think they printed enough without overdoing it. And the price on these, if you, if you get one of these, it's still pretty good. It's still running about 112, 115 off eBay. Maybe, I don't know what TCG is doing. There we go. I got a double. There we go. A double pack. Well, I can get a little something now. So I don't know what TCG Player is doing on these. Or wherever you're ordering. I don't know what Amazon. I think Amazon's holding around 115, 120 on these still too for these set boxes. I think a slide there. Still at 3 mythics. I feel like I've gotten a lot more mythics, although I still got a lot more packs, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything at the moment. Here's the Rune Shaker. Always take one of those. Raid Bombardment, and we have the bunny. I feel like I always get the bunny too. Oh, and there he is again. And so I got double bunny, regular, and then in the showcase. I don't think I've done that before, at least in this set. So that's very interesting. There's an upside down art card. Got the bunny, and then his brother, the bunny. So not feeding into my monstrous rage here. Let's see what else we can get. So there is a list card from Baldur's Gate, the Far Traveler. Oh, there we go. And then we have a foil mythic this time from the Commander set. So we got Brennard, the Ginger Sculpture. We got Primal Vigor. And we have our second. We got Rowan. So for another mythic. So that was pretty decent as far as pulls go. Got one Fairy Magic, one regular mythic. Not the greatest mythic. It is alright. Yeah, we might. Nope. No list pull here. Looks like we're going to get a token. And a foil Commander mythic, which is always interesting. There's the cool dragon. Got the Armory Mice. Season of Growth. And then we have the Extraordinary Journey. And Neva. So our last card in the second column here. We're doing a little bit better. We're at 16 now, so that means we made a little bit better time in that one. So it's like we're not going to get a list card again. Looks like it's going to be another token. And there we go. There's that Evolving Wilds. Joey Moss would tell us about how cool it was. Alright, so we have our Merfolk Wizard, and then we have our Impact Trimmers, the Cruel Somnophage, and Twisted Fealty for the last card of that column. So here we go. Last column there of the box. Let's see if we can get some beef. We're a few mythics shy for a set that usually, at least in my experience in the past, has had a lot of mythics in it. Done pretty good. I always wonder, this being an eBay box, maybe we didn't get the best one. Oh, here you go. Here's a foil Prismatic Omen. And then a Grave Pact. Alright, that's cool. I'll take that. A mythic Fairy Magic there. And then, just talking about that, Hilda. And then Provision Merchant. It's a crazy card. Alright, there we go. Starting a little beef this time. Starting off with a little bit of beef. I will definitely take that. Oh, no. I thought we might get a list card there for just a second, but then I saw the token back. There you go. Cool art card. Alright, there's the Court of Locthwain. So this is a decent card too from that Commander set, and this is the foil version of that. Followed by Spreading Seas, the Mosswood Dread Knight, and the Dutiful Griffin there to do his duty. My stacks have gotten all out of hand. Throne of Eldraine again. So let's see. Oh, no. Sheree. It's a Merfolk. Doesn't seem like a Merfolk name. Sounds like a fairy name. I don't know why. There's that. There we go. Johann Stopgap. Knightly Valor. The Spellbook Vendor. And nothing. So we're getting down, to the end. Hope you've enjoyed our little trip here. Looks like we're going to get a list pull, so that's kind of exciting. I feel like I'm getting a ton of value. I was hoping to get a few more playables here. I feel like this has definitely been one of the weaker boxes I've opened of this. Interesting. So there's the Lantern of Insight from, I don't even remember what set, the Prankster. Aggravated Assault. Then we have the Scalding Viper and the Chancellor there. I think we may have just a few more mythics hiding out here. One or two. Still hoping for that Doubling Season or Parallel Lives there. So there's the Knight. Cool card. And there's the Prophetic Prism. Compulsion. And we have the Ingenious Prodigy and the Coven. Alright, down to our last 5 packs. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this set if you've had similar experiences with mine. I feel like this has been kind of light on the list cards. Maybe I'm wrong on that. It just doesn't seem like I've gotten too many. Gotten a couple of decent ones. There's a karmic, whatever, in the anime. There's Oversold Cemetery. It's not a terrible card there. There we go. A little bit of beef, food fight, and the ego drain. So it's never too late, right? So yeah, let me know if you've had, similar experiences. It's like I may get a list card here, although it could be a troll card. Well, there's the Court in Ardenvale. See, I feel like I've gotten like 3 of the courts, which is very interesting. Very interesting. This is very much a court box, I guess. Oh, I did get a list. Another list from Dominaria, Mistress Self-Replicator, which is a rare. And we got Ginger and the Bramble Familiar in the showcase. Just in case I needed an Elemental Raccoon. Thievius Raccoonus. Alright, I think where are we going with this? Maybe we'll stick them over there. Alright, last 3 packs. Still hoping for the beef. There we go. We may be able to do this sub 25 minutes. That's opening a box. That'd be a good one for me. Tangible Virtue and the Bunny Corn. Down to 2. Nope. Neva, Ariat, Ruby, darling. The Red Cap Thief, the Leyline, the Elusive Otter, and the Dream Thief. Alright, last chance for romance here. Thought I would get one more mythic, but maybe a little low on the mythics. I did get, it's like a 3rd gold stamp fairy there. No more list pulls, so like we're going to get a token. So let's see what we get here. We got the trash card, and we got the Stone Splitter Bolt, Impact Tremors. Oh, at least we got the Main Shaker. So we got one more mythic here, and that's going to wrap us up. So thanks for coming along on this ride. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Tell me what you really think. Give me a like, give me a subscribe if you like what you see here. If you'd like to see somebody opening some packs of Magic, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.